Search Foundation's weekly mini workshop series from bright and diverse voices in body-based healing. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. It tells YouTube this content is valuable, and they'll show it to more people. The following session is not a substitute for, nor does it replace professional mental health advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you have any concerns or questions about your health, always consult your physician. We're happy to have everyone here today at Embody the Hero Within, how 5 ancient Greek myths can help unlock your healing potential. Today's session is the myth of Minotaur and Theseus. Step into the labyrinth of integration, loving and liberating the repressed parts of the psyche. We welcome your comments during and at the end of the session. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce to you Trauma to Therapy, a nonprofit organization founded on the principle that freedom from trauma is our collective human birthright. Sophia Vasilikos is a Greek-American psychotherapist in private practice based in Athens, Greece, who works remotely with individual clients. She's an IFS therapist, a certified yoga teacher, and has received extensive training in mindfulness. Sophia has dedicated the last 10 years to helping passionate professionals and big-hearted entrepreneurs heal their traumas, release their self-limiting blocks, and create abundance in all areas of life. Depi Plusiu is a marriage and family therapist specializing in trauma. She is a certified family constellations facilitator, a sensorimotor psychotherapy, EMDR, and IFS therapist. She is currently completing trainings in polyvagal theory, grief counseling, and Calfian sand play therapy. Depi is supervising the translation of Richard Schwartz's book, No Bad Parts, into Greek, and translating Frank Anderson's book, Transcending Trauma, into Greek. But above all else, Depi loves singing. Together, they are Trauma to Therapy. We're so happy to have them. Thank you. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Mary. We're so excited to be here again. All these people from all over the world. It's always such a big pleasure.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, TRF, for having us. It's such a joy to be with you here today. Today in Greece, it happens to be a huge celebration. You may hear some music or partying in the background. They are celebrating the Dormition of Virgin Mary. So it's a day that comes with a lot of femininity, a lot of divine feminine energy. And surprisingly, our myth today, the myth of Minotaur and Theseus, actually integrates and invites you to tap into some of that divine feminine in yourself, in your life as well. So before we get into that, I'd like to take you through a very short guided meditation to set our intention for our exploration together. Now, with everything that we do, please note that this is an invitation. Please honor your pace, your experience, your personal journey, your unique hero's journey. Feel free to pause, linger, stop at any point. And these sessions will be recorded for you at a later time to explore further. So with that being said, take a moment to settle into your seat. Get comfortable. And if it feels right, you can gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Notice your breathing. Notice your feet on the ground, your body supported by your seat. And as we sit here joined together, we see in our mind's eye a mountain, its magnificence and grandeur filling our view. We see warm rays of sunlight shining down upon us, igniting our inner strength and passion for healing and transformation. We make out a path leading upward to the peak, where a bright golden light flickers. We arrive at the peak and see a beautiful temple surrounded by a garden and a flowing body of water. We see the Olympian gods gathered in a circle, seated around a fire. They greet us as if they know us, as if they have been waiting for us to return all along. All 12 gods, from Zeus to Athena to Poseidon, welcome you, embrace you, and offer you a seat to join their circle. Feel their unconditional support and guidance. They are parts of us existing across time and space and have appeared in many ways, in many cultures, in different forms. They are parts of our collective self that connect us to ourselves, to each other, and what lies beyond. They animate the multitudes within us. They are here to give us whatever we need to embark on our hero's journey, to cross the threshold between dark and light, chaos and order, separation and oneness, ordinary and extraordinary worlds. Take a moment to allow any images, messages, insights, or healing to emerge within you. Express gratitude for whatever does or doesn't come yet. And notice any shifts in your body or transformations that may have occurred. And as we sit here joined together, Debbie will guide us through the myth of Minotaur and Theseus.
Thank you, Sophia. This is always like a prayer for me. That's the feeling I have after we finish. I'm going to start with a quote by C.G. Jung that I find very interesting. But the right way to wholeness is unfortunately made up of fateful detours and wrong turnings. A longhissima via, a long way, not straight, but snake-like, a path whose labyrinthine twists and turns are not lacking in terrors. I'm going to briefly introduce the mythical and mystical story of Minotaur and Theseus as it's traditionally told. You're all invited to track with curiosity any thoughts, feelings, or sensations that may arise. In the realm of ancient Greek mythology, the tale of the Minotaur and Theseus, Minotavros and Theseus in Greek, unfolds as a riveting saga of courage, love, and monstrous challenges. Deep within the labyrinth of King Minos, a fearsome creature known as the Minotaur lurks, a half-human, half-bull monster, the result of a tragic curse. To appease the vengeful gods, King Minos demands a horrifying tribute. 7 young men and 7 maidens are sent annually from Athens to meet their doom within the labyrinth. Amidst this grim fate arises Theseus, the bold and heroic prince of Athens. Determined to end this cycle of sacrifice, he volunteers as one of the ill-fated youths, journeying to Crete to confront the Minotaur. Ariadne, King Minos' daughter, falls deeply in love with Theseus and pledges her aid. Theseus enters the labyrinth carrying a double-axe weapon called Labris. This weapon is a symbol of duality. Even though an axe is associated with masculinity, the Labris is associated with feminine energy, carried by the goddesses and the Amazons. It also symbolizes the 2 options available to the hero, life or death. Guided by Ariadne's ingenious gifts of a thread, Theseus delves deep into the labyrinth's narrow, winding passages, his heart set on vanquishing the Minotaur and liberating his people. In a tense encounter, he confronts the fearsome beast, summoning all his bravery and might. In a climactic battle, Theseus emerges victorious, slaying the Minotaur with his double axe. By killing the Minotaur, Theseus frees his fellow Athenians from their nightmarish fate. The myth of Minotaur and Theseus serves as a timeless testament to the triumph of courage and love over terror and darkness. Theseus exemplifies the archetypal hero navigating dark and treacherous obstacles with determination and valor leading to freedom or a symbolic rebirth. This legendary tale continues to captivate and inspire, reminding us that even within the most forbidding labyrinths of life, bravery, compassion, and ingenuity can lead us to integration and thus to liberation. This is a very powerful myth. If any words come up for you, please put them in the chat. We'd love to see what came up for you.
I'm feeling relief. Protection of loved ones from Janelle. Empowered from Ruby.
Thank you. Hold on to these words as we're going to delve deeper into the myth.
Right. So as you hold on to this word, you can gently close your eyes or soften your gaze and bring your attention to any sensations that may be arising in your body. Again, feel the support of the ground or chair. Taking a few deep breaths, allowing your breath to ground you in the present. And with each exhale, release any unnecessary tension, allowing yourself to be here now. The path of the labyrinth reflects 3 stages of spiritual purgation, elevation. Purgation is from the threshold to the center, the path that reflects the process of quieting, releasing, emptying, shedding, and letting go. Illumination, reaching the center, meditation, prayer, insight, receptivity, blessing, and thirdly and lastly, union, which is represented from the center to the return of the threshold, taking what has been gained back out into the world, communion and community. This mirrors the stages of a hero's journey or a psychotherapeutic process, surrendering and letting go, reconnecting with the center or the self, and then integrating whatever elixirs or treasures come up into daily life. So we're going to invite you here to visualize your body as a labyrinth with twists and turns, storing memories, frozen energies, and parts of you that carry burdens from your past. The labyrinth is a symbol for the body that keeps the score. Just like Theseus, we have a call to adventure, to descend inward and venture into our personal labyrinth. And every time we drop inside, we're taking a heroic action, turning toward our woundedness, embracing the unknown. We are responding yes to the call of adventure. Our intention for today is to venture into the labyrinth. Notice any feelings of fear or anxiety or worry that arise within you at this thought of venturing into the labyrinth. These are protective parts of you whose intention is to keep you safe from reaching that center where the terrors of facing the Minotaur exist. So that fear, anxiety, or worry may manifest as tension, tightness, or numbness in your body. Try to acknowledge them with compassion. Spend some time reassuring them, reminding them that you are safe in this present moment, that you are in control, and have the agency to make your own decision if you do want to venture into the labyrinth, how far you want to venture for today. You have the strength when you're ready to be with what lies within your unique labyrinth. So you can stay here with these fearful or anxious parts of you, getting to know them and their worries. Or you can continue, if you'd like, one step at a time toward the center of the labyrinth. Psychologically, following the path of the labyrinth requires trust, perseverance, and surrender, engaging more of the heart, feeling function. Theseus would act named Labris that is associated with the feminine energy of the goddesses and the Amazons. This double axe carried the feminine qualities of intuition, compassion, patience, surrender, and kindness. Allow these qualities to fortify and accompany you in your journey, just like the Labris, the double axe, accompanied Theseus. And as you look at the entrance of the labyrinth, again, just notice any sensations that may arise. You still have a choice. Notice any tension, tightness, tingling, pressure, warmth, heaviness, lightness, groundedness, moving energy. Remind yourself that you're not alone, for in your hands you're holding both the Labris, the double axe, as well as a ball of thread connecting you to the entrance of the labyrinth, where the princess Ariadne holds the other line of the thread. Ariadne again represents the feminine energy, purified love, your higher power, however you define it. Could be feminine divinity, Mother Earth, nature. You know that your inner Theseus is tethered to something greater at the threshold, where darkness meets light, where the unknown meets the transcendent. And you can safely reach the center of the labyrinth by staying grounded and keeping your grasp on your true, loving, higher nature and self.
Visualize the entrance of this awe-inspiring, intricate, magnificent labyrinth. and call upon the hero within you, your inner Theseus. Imagine yourself stepping into the body of your inner Theseus, seeing the labyrinth through his own eyes. Embody his determination, his courage, and compassion, regardless of his existing fear of the unknown. You are determined to face the Minotaur and bring healing to this wounded part of yourself. Observe how the hero within you feels in your body, the sense of strength, empowerment, and determination. As you're visualizing walking the labyrinth's intricate pattern of concentric paths, and as you're penetrating successive layers in order to reach the center, you follow the path of the labyrinth, traversing the whole surface, and it becomes more and more a symbol of wholeness. A great deal of mystery surrounds this ancient labyrinth, most of which is based on the classic 7 circuit pattern, a possible initiatory ritual. Allow the labyrinth's design to reveal to you the experiences and the choices that you have made in your journey through life up to this point. You are always entitled to make new choices from now on, new mistakes, new wrong turns, and new inspired conscious actions. As you approach the center of the labyrinth, you hear the terrifying growling of the Minotaur. You stoically follow the horrid sound until you see the symbol of the wounded part of yourself, the Minotaur, the very core of your traumatic experiences and emotions within that were kept isolated in exile. Stay with those feelings. Stay with that picture of this horrifying creature. Notice and acknowledge any fearful or anxious parts of you that are concerned with you connecting to the Minotaur. You can stay here exploring their concerns, or if it feels safe, approach and observe the Minotaur, noticing its form and energy. Perhaps the Minotaur is a tortured, encaged, pained creature. Allow yourself to connect with the emotions and sensations that arise during this encounter. Notice how this part feels in your body. Observe any physical sensations, tension, or discomfort that arise when you connect with the Minotaur. Invite yourself to embody the Minotaur's most aggressive, terrifying bodily and facial expression. Feel free to embody it. Feel it in your face. Stay in that expression for a while. An angry expression, pained expression, whatever comes up. Check and see if that expression softens just because you acknowledged it, just because you embodied it. Stay closely connected to your body as it bravely starts to contain the Minotaur for the first time, bringing him to conscious awareness. With a connecting feminine quality of Ariadne's support, gently place your hand on your heart or any area of your body that feels connected to the Minotaur and any protectors or fearful parts that may have shown up. Breathe deeply and send a wave of compassion to these wounded, encaged parts. Allow your inner Theseus, strength, and Ariadne's love to embrace the Minotaur and your protectors, allowing them to release whatever they're willing to let go into a gentle, radiant light. See this light emerging from your own being and spreading healing energy throughout your body. Allow the light to fill you up, soothing any areas of tension, like entering a warm, cleansing bath, like being born again. In ancient Greece, it is believed that within the hero resides the monster. The monster hidden away in the dark and unknown recesses of the hero's psyche grows stronger, louder, and scarier. When the hero finally faces the monster and draws it out into the light, the monster transforms. It was not all that it appeared to be after all. The monster becomes a mystagogue, a teacher, or propounder of mystical doctrine. The monster becomes a vehicle for transcendence, a force that drives the soul into the light, where a full remembrance of who the hero truly is can occur. The ancient Greek word for hero and monsters is traced back to the word erotas, which means fierce love or deserving of fierce love. Both our hero and the monster require our fierce love in order to transform into their original state. When we go into the labyrinth of our own being and give fierce love to our Minotaur, we experience a type of rebirth with our Labris, the axe, in one hand, and Ariadne's thread on the other, acting like a umbilical cord, facilitating a love-fueled nourishment. We come out of the other side, letting go of stagnation, purified and integrated with the capacity to dance with both our hero and monster natures.
Thank you, Debbie, for that. Everyone, take a moment to breathe and integrate any experiences or insights that emerge during this exercise. Express gratitude to yourself for engaging in this work, whether you ventured into the labyrinth or not. And may we draw upon our inner Theseus, who takes a stand, ventures into the unknown, and emerges transformed. May we embody the strength, resilience, and wisdom to accept our call to adventure, and in connection to our loving higher self, confront, love, and liberate our inner Minotaur. When you feel ready, gently bring your attention back to the present moment, arriving in the here and now, stretching your body, taking a few grounding breaths. And I know we're running out of time, so Mary, let me know, but we would love to hear from anyone that wants to share if the word that they originally chose transformed or evolved in any way by the end of this exploration.
Ooh, that's a tough one. This was a very powerful, for me, very difficult exercise. You said while we're waiting, we'll take a couple of minutes and wait to hear comments from folks. Sophia, you said every time we turn inside, we're taking a heroic action. Every time we turn inside, we're taking a heroic action. Could you say a little bit more about that?
Right. So when we've experienced trauma or wounded, going inside can feel like entering a battlefield. So instead of feeling at home in our minds, our bodies, our psyches, it can be like walking on a field of landmines, right? You don't know what thought, feeling, or sensation or part is going to show up. So it really is for us that are survivors of trauma, whatever kind of trauma that may be, a heroic action to consciously, voluntarily go inside and enter the labyrinth and be with our minotaurs, our inner minotaurs, with compassion.
Yeah, thank you. Ionis is saying, thanks a lot for this amazing interpretation. Janelle, it was a challenging exercise, a shift to forgiveness and acceptance. The visualization that you gave, Deppy, of when the Minotaur is confronted, how it transforms and becomes a teacher and loses so much of its power is so powerful, but a difficult to come to personally.
It's very difficult. And actually, as we were preparing that myth, I actually had dreams about it. It was so powerful inside of me because we're doing these exercises before we present them to you, and it had such an effect for a week. It was really powerful because these parts are basically pure, and because of trauma, they're forced to become monstrous. And these monstrous parts, not only we're afraid of them, but other people are afraid of them. And then, as they're reflected onto other people's fears, then we stay away from them.
Yeah.
We don't even touch them because we see the effect that they have on other people. So we don't even dare look at them, and then they become even more fearful.
Yeah, they really are monsters. Laura says, I recognize the bravery of self-exploration, such a gift. Abina says, I love the idea that we are tethered to the Mother Earth, the grounding force. Laura says, feeling brave feels better than feeling weak or flawed. And Janelle says, deepest gratitude for your shared wisdom and how to tame our scary monsters. Amen.
Lovely. And this is really intense work, tapping into these archetypal healing processes. So we really want to acknowledge that and invite you to really do look at the replays. And our intention is to give some tools or some ways that may be integrated into your self-care repertoires or work with clients.
Yeah. Thank you. And past sessions can be found on the TRF website or here or on YouTube. Deppy, Sophia, thank you so much. This was a really great session. This is a really wonderful series. So happy you're taking time to be with TRF this month. We look forward to our next session, which is the myth of Chiron. Embody, our inner wounded healer, honoring the wisdom of pain and psychic duality. Thank you to our audience. We're so happy to have you here. Behind the scenes, our TRF team members working hard, Pat Murray, Connor McCann, Star Muhammad. I'm Mary Frangie, and we look forward to seeing you all in the future. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, everyone.